Good morning, kids, and happy finally Friday. Today's going to be great fun. It's going to be fast and furious. We're going to be doing active stretching. So I know, myself included, because I'm at Dad's house, I know a lot of you are on vacation, which is so wonderful. So happy that everybody's getting out and enjoying their lives finally. So what I decided to do, and I'm sure you'll concur with this, is that for the next couple weeks, while everybody's traveling around, I'm going to be inventing workouts that you can do with no equipment, just like a chair, something you have in a hotel room or at a relative's house. You don't have to travel with anything heavy. I would highly recommend that you get some resistant bands. So you can put those in your suitcase. They weigh nothing. And we're going to be creating workouts with a chair, bands, and the floor. So you can use a towel, or if there's nothing to lay down on the floor, you can just lay down on a mattress. So we're going to be doing that for the next couple weeks. And when you are deciding to travel, if it's sometime or later in the summertime, let me know so I can design a workout specifically for you when you're gone, and we'll all follow along for you. All right, kids, we're going to be doing active stretching today. So we need nothing but a work area. Now, just like always, when we're going into our stretches, because we are going to be doing some new moves, which are going to be a little contortion-y for some people, do not force your movement. Remember, I've been doing this my whole life. I do not count. So, just like always, it's very important. That will cause injury. That is a rocking chair. It is very important that when we're going into a new move, that you do not force your stretch. So if you can only go into a active position and you cannot make any other movement, please do not. Do not, do not, do not. So remember, moving forward from today, we are going to be doing all of our rules and all of our modifications firstly, so we can move forward, and we want to keep our heart rates up. We want to move our sessions to the next level. Remember, 2021 is staying completely out of our comfort zone. All right, now, this is what we want to do. We always want to stay in position. So remember, if you have to move yourself out of your proper form, stop. So this movement is down. If you cannot reach down without doing this, this is as far as you'll go, yeah? So your modification will be within whatever your body can do in proper form. Are you ready? Let's stretch. Keeping your knees in the locked position, we're going to go into our warm-up. Keep your back in a duck butt position. We're going to be pushing our palms down, just like we're going to be doing a push-up. Locking the elbows, and we're going to reach. And reach. Now remember, we're reaching into our personal range of motion. Keeping our knees and our elbows locked, and our duck butt position. Now, if you are pitching onto your toes and you are not sitting back on your heels, go into your monkey toe. Remember, our monkey toe is when we're pushing down on our heels and we're curling our toes into the floor for grounding. So we're reaching. Now, when we're reaching forward, we're reaching out into a wide. So we should not be crossing over the top of our head. We should be reaching out. That is proper form. Now we're going to reach down. We should get a stretch in a different part of our hamstrings. It should be moving down a little bit lower, more in the middle of the femur and behind the knee. So we're reaching down and out. Now you will be feeling your shoulders. Reach, keep that duck butt, knees and elbows locked. Come on. This is an active stretch. Now, reach to the floor. We don't want to touch the floor if we cannot. We're just reaching straight down. We're hinging. Only from the hips now. Keep it going. Keep your form. Now let's wake up those joints. We're going to come up, down, up. Now we're coming up on the right leg. And we're reaching. Reach. We're warming up that right hip. Down to the floor. Up. Up. Let's go to the left. Those legs are staying locked. Elbows are staying locked. Make sure there's nothing to run into. Palms are still like this. They're still, your fingers are still splayed out like you're pushing against a table. Now the next one, we're coming center, center, just a little pulse, center, center, reach. And we're gonna do a, kind of like a rope climb, but we're gonna be moving with the shoulders now. So we're doing up and down with the shoulders. Fingers up to the ceiling now. You're not reaching to the side, no side bend. We're reaching straight up to the ceiling. Chest up, chest up. Hard arch in the back. Remember our back bend. Knees are locked, elbows locked. Reach them up, keep the elbows locked. Now, clasp hands behind head. Bring elbows in, come out, in, and out. This is a gentle, remember we're moving. Heart rates are up, getting our cardio, but you are not forcing your stretch. You are not forcing the stretch. Do not push your head forward. Do not push the head forward. Hold your position. Now we have a tick-tock side bend. Chest up. Do not push your head forward. You are pushing your head against your hands. Your elbows are gently pulled back. We should be getting a stretch on the sides of your body and right underneath the armpit. Keeping your core engaged. You should not be feeling any discomfort in your back. You should be feeling your back moving because you're stabilizing. We're getting all the synovial fluids in your body lubricating. Those joints, we're getting every single joint going. Every muscle that you own, even your internal organs warmed up. Getting oxygen to all your blood cells. Straight up. All right, now we're going to go into a circle. So keeping your legs locked. We should be feeling a stretch in the hip area if you are tight. Now remember, if you're not feeling stretch anywhere, you are not doing it incorrectly. That just means that you are not tight in those areas and your length tension relationship in those areas is correct. But this is great for getting those joints warmed up for your height today. Change directions. Straight up. Keep your hands clasped behind your head. We're going to go into a good morning, which is just a hinge at the hips and back up. So now we should be getting the top part of the back of the hamstring. Do not push down on your head. Push your head back against your hands. Your chin should be up. Now the next one, reach down to the ground, walk out, come center with feet, and jog. Keep your heart rates up. Push those heels into the floor. Try to get a calf stretch. Now we're going to move the arms, the hands to the left. And we're going to place that right leg in front. We're going to kneel down with the left knee. And we're going to lean forward and back. And forward and back. Forward, back. Get a nice stretch in the forearms. Elbows are locked. Now come forward, and we're just going to pulse gently. We should get a nice stretch in the front of the hip flexors of the left leg. If you are tight in that leg. Gentle pulse. Let's rock back. Backward, forward, backward, forward. Get a little bit more elongation. Start coming up on the heel of the right foot. And gently move into a stretch on the back of that right leg. Now we're going to bring that right leg back, get into a V position, and we're going to get into a modified tabletop. Step, walk slightly forward with the arms, keeping the elbows locked. Come back to child pose. Hold, 1, 2, 3, and up and back down. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 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 up. Walk your hands to the right. Bring that left leg forward, and let's rock back and forth. Remember, each side of the body has a different range of motion. Do not compare the limbs. Each limb is a person all on its own, has its own identity. I am identifying as a panda today. Fluffy is identifying as a lion. Let's push forward and stretch that right thigh. And gently bounce. Stay on the heel of the left leg. Elbows are locked. And forward and backward rock. Now remember, as we start pushing back, start gently coming up onto the heel of the left leg. Take a stretch on the back of the left leg. Keep the elbows locked. You should have a nice elongation now. All right, come center. Bring the left leg back. We're going to go into our active child pose. Walk forward, back, up, back, up. Now make sure when you're coming back into that child pose, you're getting a nice elongation. Nice elongation. Your legs should be in your Pilates V position. Tabletop. Come up on the heels, on the toes of your feet. Now we're going to go into an active downward dog. Push up and back down. Push up and back down. Here we go. Push and down. 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 Push. Down, hold. Walk hands over to the left. Throw that right leg forward. Sit up. Hands behind head. And we're going to rotate to the right. Getting a nice stretch on the left side of the body. Come center. Rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Now when we rotate, we're going to get a little bend. Rotate. Bend. Center. 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 Down with the hands. Bring your right leg back. Get in a tabletop. Active downward dog. Here we go. Up, press back, and down. 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 Up, press back, down, hold. Walk hands to the right. Bring that left leg forward. Sit up. Clasp hands behind your head. Rotate to the left and center. Rotate to the left and center. Rotate to the left and center. The next rotation, we're going to rotate and bend. Rotate, bend, and center. Rotate, bend, 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 center. Hands to the floor. Left foot back, come center. Up on toes. We have one more active downward dog. Here we go. Push back and down. 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 Hold your up. Straddle. Walk in. Roll up. Woo! Lift up hands. And we're going to go with our shoulders again. Reach, reach, reach. Straight up. Your hands should not be coming over the top of your head. They should not be coming over the tops of your head. Only your shoulders should be reaching up. Nothing else should be moving. Now we're going to bend to the side. We're going to do the same thing. We should really get a stretch on the left side of the body when we're reaching. Center, reach. Reach up, 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 chest up, chin up. Lock knees, bend to the left, reach. Center, reach. Hands on hips, wide straddle. Back and forth. Inner thigh. Really sit into it. Make sure you're feeling right. Inner thigh, top part by groin. Now we're going to do a toe raise. Toe raise. Toe raise. Toes. 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 Feet on floor and back and forth. Center. We're going to walk down, walk. So you have a slight rotation. Elbows are locked. We are rotating the rib cage, keeping the hips stable. Elbows are locked. Now come center pulse again. Heart rate, get our heart rate down. Roll up. Clasp hands and reach up. And rock. Legs should be locked. Deep breaths. Chins up. Chest up. Elbows locked. Full chest expansion. Let's get that heart rate down. That was hella fun. Let's get a couple more deep breaths. And center, let's go to triceps. If you have your right tricep up, let's side bend to the left. If you have your left tricep up, side bend to the right. Change arms, do not side bend yet. And bend. Woo! That was awesome! Let's go to our hands and forearms. And posture. Awesome job, kids. All right, so next week, a lot of you are still traveling. Remember, let me know ahead of time. So next week, we're going to do our resistant bands, floors, chairs. So this summer, when you guys are leaving to go someplace, please let me know so I can design your program accordingly. Everybody needs resistant bands. Everyone needs resistant bands. And I would highly recommend if you're traveling, let's all get resistant bands. And those tubes that go around are the butt blaster tubes. They're hell of inexpensive. So, or you can make your own. So let's all of us get resistant bands and the butt blasters. Those are the ones that go around the top of your knees. Those you can put in your suitcase. They weigh nothing. So we'll make all of our programs with our resistant bands, butt blaster bands, the floor, and a chair. No excuses to miss a workout now. No matter where you are in the world, I am with you because Facebook is global. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. And I will see you all in person on Monday.